Hey everybody, it's Chris with Chris Country coming to you today from, well, inside my truck. Hopefully the light and the sounding is good. It's kind of late in the day here. The sun's not quite down yet, but it's getting there. So, anyway, the topic of the video, in case you missed the title for whatever reason, is why did I buy a diesel and why do I use a diesel as my daily driver? It's kind of a long story. And for those of you that actually know me in person, sorry my jacket's kind of flared up and it's bugging me right now. But for those of you that know me in person, know that I've been through quite a few cars and trucks in my life. I'm 30 now and I've been driving since I was 22. I kind of got a late start with driving and having a license. But yeah, kind of sad to say. But I think in the years that I've been driving, I've probably owned at least 30 cars. It's kind of sad. I tend to trade a lot for the most part. Sometimes sell and just buy, but mostly trade. So, I mean, I've had quite a few vehicles. I mean, I've had, obviously, now Ford trucks, Chevy trucks, Dodge trucks. I've had cars, Chevys, Fords, quite a few SUVs, the old Chevy K5 Blazers, a couple of S10 Blazers. I had a Nissan Pathfinder. I had an Isuzu Rodeo at one point. Uh, I've just lost track of all these vehicles that I've had. I've had quite a few vans, Dodge Caravans, Chevy Astros. I've had a number of vehicles in my driving career. And I've noticed, unless it's a truck, I tend to not have a vehicle for more than a few months if it's not a truck. Um, and like when I was younger, when I first started driving, I think the reason I went through vehicles so fast, it's just I wasn't, I guess, as prepared or as knowledgeable when it came to like researching the car's condition, checking it out before buying it. Honestly, I got burned quite a bit when I was younger, just getting cars that, quite honestly, looking back, I never would have gotten just due to the issues that they had. But I digress. But I noticed as time went on, I started picking up trucks, and I've noticed that unless, of course, the truck was having a serious problem, I would tend to hold on to trucks a lot longer than I would in the other vehicle. Um, I had that red Dodge Ram out in Ohio. I had that thing for a good 7, 8 months, and the only reason I let it go was I got into a finger bender with it. You know, was it just wasn't in the budget to fix it the way I wanted it to, or wanted to fix it. So that one went away. And then, if you guys remember, I guess the original spot, that F250 with the 5.4 V8 in it, I had, I think it was a couple of years ago now. Uh, about the same amount of time. I had it 7, 8 months. Finally let it go because, just it was high mileage. Transmission was kind of wore out, and just wanted something I didn't have to worry about. And I was driving a lot back then. I mean, I was putting a good 3,000 miles a month on my cars just because I was commuting to Denver every week. Um, so, I mean, that's kind of where it started. I just noticed I was happier with trucks, and I think a lot of it was just the utility they offer. I mean, heck, you can move things. I could scrap metal pretty easily with it. I could help out friends. I could, offer services to help people move because I had a truck. So I guess that's why I kept coming back to pickup trucks. And I wanted a diesel ever since I was probably 25. I really started getting into diesels. It's just I never had the means to acquire one just because they're kind of expensive. Um, I mean, I had a 86 Ford F250 with the 6.9 IDI in it like years ago, but that thing was honestly a project. It was one of those things where, I just thought I could fix it up, and it needed a lot of work, so I didn't have it too long because of that. And then I had the F450 recently, and the only reason I let that one go is because I had the opportunity to get the truck I have now, which is it's an '02 F250 that's 4x4, but it's crew cab and pretty much everything I needed to be in a truck. Although except for the flat bed, I'm still working on selling it. I mean, it's a decent bed. It's just I'd rather have like a utility bed or a stock bed. But I digress. But people ask me, they're like, you don't really pull very often. You don't really do a lot of heavy hauling, like, extremely often. So people ask me, what's with the diesel? And I get it. I mean, because diesels, I mean, it's a well known, especially the 7.3 diesel, which I have now. That thing will outlive just about any gas motor. I mean, it'll probably outlive this truck for all I know. Um, and that's the main thing I like about it. It's that reliable. Yeah, the maintenance on it sucks, and I think diesels in general just they beat you up in maintenance. They hold a lot more oil, both in the engine and the transmission. I think. I mean, shoot, just my 7.3, it's 15 quarts of oil. So if you look at an oil change, that's 70, $80 minimum if you do it yourself. And then it's just like you got two batteries to maintain, and you have all the systems. Like even the 7.3, it's got more in it than the regular gas engine. I mean, you've got the turbo, and then you've got the intercooler to worry about. A couple of different modules. I mean, it's electronic fuel injection, so you got like the IDM and things like that that the gas trucks don't have. So I guess that's the trade-off. Yeah, there's more maintenance to them, but they will outlive a gasser if you take care of them. I mean, even the gasser that's been maintained. And I mean, honestly, that the F450 just kind of fell in my lap. Honestly, I honestly didn't think I could get that truck, and I just kind of made an offer to the guy that was selling it. Kind of like, what the hell, make an offer and see. Didn't think it would work, and he said, yeah, I'll do it. So I traded him that. I got that in the trade, and then kind of the same thing here. Like I said, the only reason I went to this one was it was 2 years newer, and it was a 4x4. And I'm like, I could use the 4x4. And honestly, I was never going to use the F450 to its utility. I mean, that is a big, big truck. I mean, that thing could just, yeah, it could pull damn near anything you could cook to it, short of like what semi-trucks are pulling. And I knew I'd never use it. And I've had F250s. I've had quite a few F250s, so I know what they're capable of, and they are very capable trucks. Do I use it? Do I use it to its capacity on the daily? No, but I have hauled quite a few heavy things. And once in a while, I'll tow it. I tow with my trucks. I don't do it very often, just because I don't have a trailer for one, and I just don't find myself towing too often. I'm not afraid to tow. I mean, I could probably use more practice with towing, but I'm not afraid to tow. It's just I don't tow very often. But I figure just between, the little, like I said, I pick up little side jobs once in a while. Not very often, but once in a while. And then it's just nice to know that I've got that utility if, like, I'm either doing something on the side or if I just happen to have a bunch of metal I need to haul away. So, that's why I tend to stick to trucks. And I think diesel, it's just because it's just, I understand the 7.3 now, and it's a great motor. And I mean, even for a diesel, it doesn't take that much, especially compared to, the newer diesels, especially nowadays. Does the 7.3 require more maintenance than, like, a gas engine? Most of them, yeah, because gas engines, you just worry about tune-ups and that kind of thing. And, I mean, the 7.3 is real reliable, and it'll put up with a lot. But, I mean, can they still break? Yeah. I mean, if you put, like, these crazy tuners on it, run the shit out of the thing, and not, keep up on the fluids and the maintenance, yeah, you're going to wear it out and probably break it. But, I mean, it'll still take more abuse than the gas engine, I imagine. And, I mean, the only thing I don't like about the diesels, and I don't like at least about the 7.3s, is just they are a pain in the butt when it's cold out. And it's just, I mean, first off, just getting them started, you have to have that glow plug system in tip-top shape. I mean, like this one, fortunately, I think all it needs is a new glow plug relay, which that'll get fixed in the near future. But I know, like, my F450 especially, that thing just did not do cold starts very well. And this one does okay. Just, if it's really cold and it can sit in a while, I'll have to kind of jump the glow plug, so to speak, so I can heat up the glow plugs and get it to start. And it's just, when it is cold, it takes a little bit to get it up to operating temperature. And, so, that's kind of the pain in the butt thing about owning the diesel, but it's what I keep coming back to. I've had two of these 7.3s now, love them both, love this one, And I think I'd be hard pressed to go back to a gasser just because I bought a diesel. Would I ever go to like a newer diesel, like the 6.0s? I don't think so. I mean, I know the 6.0 is a good motor when it's had all the bulletproof done, the things that it needs done to it, but there's just a lot more going on with the 6.0. You got the EGR cooler, the oil cooler. I mean, yeah, I know the 7.3 has an oil cooler too, but it's not a pain in the butt to get to. So I don't think I'd really ever go to, the newer diesel, but I don't think I'd go to an older diesel either. So the 7.3 to me is just about right. And people ask me, what about Duramax or Cummins? Because for a long time I really wanted the Cummins, but my problem with Cummins is for one, I've had Dodge trucks, like the gas trucks. Never really cared for the cab size, just those cabs were small. Like even like the '03 through '05, like we had an '05, and I couldn't get over how small the back seat area was. So that kind of turned me off from Dodge, and as a result, kind of got me away from Cummins. And Duramax, just from what I've seen on them, they just look like they're complicated to get into. It's just like if you need to do something to them, it's a lot of work to get down into wherever it is you're going to look for. And then you just have the typical Chevrolet problems. I know, like, when the Duramaxes started coming out, the interiors of those trucks really weren't to my liking. Yeah, they look nice, but the materials weren't the best. I know that Chevys really don't have the best suspension, so that's just kind of why I've gotten away from them. And they also have, like, weird electrical issues, just weird issues overall. So that's why I'm not really Duramax. And honestly, before I really even picked up these diesels, I was starting to get to where the only trucks I really like driving are these Ford Super Duties. Like I said, I had that '03 F250. I briefly had a 2000 with a V10. I absolutely loved that truck, but it got totaled in a hit and run. Kind of pissed me off. But then I got into these two diesels, and I'm really happy with them. So that's it. That's kind of my explanation of why I drive diesel as a daily driver. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. But I figured I'd also put this video up, especially to you guys that own the 7.3. I'm curious because I know a lot of people use it for work, towing, payload. But, I'm kind of curious, like, what everybody has their 7.3 for. So, of course, feel free to comment below, and I'll probably post this on Facebook pages too. So, looking forward to hearing the comments. Like I said, love the truck and love the engine. Yeah, it's got a few things that are a pain in the ass. Like I said, the cold starting and some mechanical jobs on them are a pain in the butt. But it's been, out of the big three, this is definitely the Fords with the 7.3s have definitely been my favorite so far. Anyway, I'm Chris for Chris Country. Hope you guys are having a great day, week, night, whatever time it is, wherever you may happen to be. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's Christmas of 2017. Granted, it's coming to a close, but Merry Christmas to you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.